Williams, I'm ready now on that matter. Attorney Snyder, you still there? Yeah, okay. All right. Oh, fantastic, thank you. Now calling the matter of the people versus Timothy Tally Williams. This is ticket number on the docket today was SP 1283888. Count 1, drove while license suspended. Count 2, open alcohol in the motor vehicle. Count 3, no insurance misdemeanor. Not on the docket are tickets number SX 2454328. Count 1, open intoxicants in a vehicle driver. Count 2, furnish false forged info to police officer. Ticket SP 1452301. Driver's license never acquired. Count 1. Count 2, no insurance misdemeanor. Count 3, drive unregistered untitled vehicle. Ticket SP 1466801. Count 1, drive unregistered or untitled vehicle. Count 2, no insurance misdemeanor. Count 3, driver's license never acquired. Ticket number SP 1418401. Count 1, open alcohol in the motor vehicle driver. Count 2, tinted windows. Count 3, operator or front seat passenger failed to wear a safety belt. Ticket number SP 1467130, tinted windows. And tickets SP 1409982. Count 1, drive unregistered untitled vehicle. Count 2 of that same ticket is drove while unlicensed. Appearances for the records.
Truth Science appearing on behalf of YouTube, Your Honor. And I must say, that was a lot of counts this gentleman is facing.
Record starting with, I don't know if he was given counsel or not. Counsel?
Aaron Ruck on behalf of Mr. Timothy Williams. Mr. Williams, state your name.
I object to counsel.
What was that?
I object to counsel.
Your Honor, I spoke with Mr. Williams. He's saying it's not him, and he's all rights reserved. His name is all in all capital.
I object to representation.
What was that, sir?
I object to representation by you.
Okay. So you would like to represent yourself, Mr. Williams?
I'm not representing myself. I'm just here on special appearance, trying to clear this matter.
Oh boy, he's using the special appearance script. This gentleman must not watch YouTube, because if he did, he would know that that nonsense does not work. And if he's appearing on special appearance, then that means the person that's really supposed to be in court isn't there, and they should issue a warrant for his arrest.
Okay, so you have to be the person in order to clear these matters. You just can't appear on behalf of someone unless you're an attorney. Are you an attorney, Mr. Williams?
I'm not the person, but I'm the live living Williams, not the Timothy Williams.
Are you Timothy Tally Williams? Do you know Timothy Tally Williams?
I am Timothy Williams, the living, breathing Timothy Williams, not the all cat that stays on my ticket.
Okay. All right. So do you want to try and resolve these today or no?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So you need an offer? Is that what I'm hearing you say? Because we can try and resolve all these tickets today if you want to.
Well, I'm just, because as a U.S. national, I have rights protected by the U.S. Constitution and the Supreme Court.
Okay. So if you travel, drive, ride, anything on the city streets of Detroit, then you have to follow the rules that the city of Detroit has imposed. And so if you have not followed these rules, then you receive something called tickets. And these tickets are given to you based on the license or prior license or identification ID that is given to you. So we can either resolve these today or we don't have to resolve them. It's okay. But I would like to try and resolve these so that you can move forward and do whatever you need to do.
I like to hone in on something that the judge just said, because there are sovereign citizens out there that teach that if you surrender your license, then you're not under that quote unquote contract no more. But the judge just clearly said that if you get a ticket, it's either under your present license or it's under your prior license. So all of that surrendering your license crap, it doesn't work. You're still going to get the ticket. Ticket still belongs to you. Point blank, period.
Yes, I would like to resolve them, but as the officer is seeing in his computer that by the Secretary of State, my ID has been rescinded, canceled. I have a passport, and I'm traveling, I don't drive. I just drive here.
Hold on, but if you drive in a vehicle, you need to have a driver's license. Your passport does not enable you the ability to be able to drive on the streets of Michigan.
I travel not for business and commerce. I just
Same thing, same thing. They have to have licenses as well. Have you ever heard of a truck driver without a license that drives on the commutes on the freeways, roads, or byways? It does not happen. You have to have a license to drive on the city of Detroit, state of Michigan. All 50 states are under my assumption and ability. So, Mr. Williams, I can't go back and forth. I have a lot of people on my screen. I know you can't see. We can have this discussion, but it just has to be near the end of the docket if you don't want to resolve it right now. Okay?
But for the record, Your Honor, I don't drive.
Go ahead.
For the record, I do not drive.
Okay, so how do you want to resolve it today? If you don't want to resolve it, I have to move to the next person, Mr. Williams.
I would like to resolve this matter.
Excuse me, Your Honor, but in this man's mind, the only way to resolve these tickets is if you simply drop them all. And I'm sure that is not going to happen. So you might as well just move this fool to the end of the docket, like you just said.
Okay. All right. So would you like me to get you a... Yes, Attorney Snyder, go ahead.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Alexa Schneider for the people, P80322. If the Mr. Williams in front of us does not admit that the ticket is in his name, is made out to him, I'd ask that the Mr. Williams on the ticket be given a warrant and that this gentleman be removed so we can continue with court.
My thoughts exactly. Stop playing around with these damn fools.
Mr. Williams, on these tickets?
Excuse me?
I said, is it you, Mr. Williams, on these tickets? Because that's
So-
fair. That means that I'm talking to someone who doesn't have these tickets in my courtroom, and so that person has not appeared. But I'm assuming that it's you. Are these your tickets, sir?
If you assume, yes.
Okay.
I stand.
So do you want to, Mr. Williams, do you want to resolve these or not? We can't keep going back and forth. You want to take care of these today with some type of plea or no? That's my only.
I'm trying to resolve them, but I'm being threatened by imprisonment if I don't agree to these tickets.
Who's gonna send you to prison? I'm not sending anybody to prison today. I'm fining people. That's all I'm doing. I'm giving them fines, monetary fines.
The prosecutor just said she issue a warrant. She recommended a warrant be issued.
Right, but she's not gonna get arrested, but she's saying if you're not gonna say that you're the person on these tickets. Mr. Williams, I have 20 people. I can't argue with you at the beginning of the docket. I can argue with you at the end of the docket. So I'm gonna skip over this matter so we can continue. Let me get everybody else out, then I'm gonna give you all the time in the world and we're gonna figure out what to do with you today, okay? I don't mind taking the time, but I got all these other people on here who are looking like, come on now, okay? So just give me a moment.
I appreciate it.
Okay. All right. Sam, Timothy Williams, I'm gonna go back on the record in your matter.
I just emailed.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am. Rebecca, I want to know, what do I need to do to get medical records
all right.
for my client?
Recalling the matter of the people versus Timothy Talley Williams. These matters were called on the record previously. I took a moment off. We had quite a busy docket this morning, and I want to make sure that we could give Mr. Williams adequate amount of time to be able to have and all of his questions answered about the matters that are before this court today. Appearances for the record, starting with the city attorney, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Alexa Schneider for the people, P80322.
All right. He continues to not want counsel. Is that correct, Mr. Williams?
Correct.
Okay. Can you state your name for the record, please?
Timothy
Last name?
Williams.
Okay, sir. Now you've had the opportunity to sit and look and see how everything pans out and how everything works, Mr. Williams, right? Did you want to be presented with an offer today, or how do you want to move forward?
Well, the offer was to get all this.
So the offer was, I think, so he had some extra cases, Attorney Snyder. So it was FTD, failed to display a valid operator's license, and an open alcohol passenger that was being offered in exchange. He did have a couple of tickets in default, another open intoxicant driver, Attorney Snyder, and it was forged or false police information to a police officer. He may have just given him like a ID that expired. But if you plead to those two cases, the remainder of your cases will be dismissed.
No, I was talking about the agreement between me and you was to get this sorted out today. That's
right. So so the options are, so these are your options. You can ask for a pretrial. That gives you some time to get documents together and to get everything back in order and then present it to the court. You can ask for a bench trial. That's a trial before myself as the trier and finder of facts. Every single one of these officers who have made these allegations would have to appear on that date and come into court. Or you can ask for a jury trial. That's when the officers is in person. 6 citizens of the city of Detroit will make the decision based on the law. Officers still have to come in. You will have to come in at that point in time, and then we can resolve it that way. Those are the 3, or you can plead guilty or plead responsible at this point in time to the offer that has been extended to you. Those are the 4 things that we can do to resolve it today. And I guess the 5th one is if you don't want to do any of those, then it just remains as is and it just remains there. And then eventually it goes into warrant status.
Your Honor, as I mentioned earlier, the defendant is simply looking for a 6th option, which would be for you to just dismiss all of the tickets and he can go on his merry way, believing in his sovereign citizen mumbo jumbo.
Okay, so I need time to hear from the state attorney and the chief judge, so we can set.
I don't know how you hear from the chief judge, but
I'm from I'm waiting to hear from the judge too.
From the chief judge,
State attorney, I'm talking about me. I'm waiting to hear.
The state attorney. Oh, okay. She's on here. The state attorney is here. She can give you the offer.
No, I'm talking about Dana, but we can set it for pretrial.
Okay. You have some other state attorney or something that you're talking to?
Dana.
He means Dana Nessel, Your Honor.
The AG, Attorney General. Okay, thank you. And you're talking about the Supreme Court Chief Justice?
No.
Is that who you're talking about?
Talking about Williams 36.
Oh, the chief of my division, Judge
Correct.
Larry Williams. Okay. All right. So I said,
Rights, and I don't understand what's going on. So
first and foremost, this sovereign citizen seems a bit confused, and pretty much what he's doing now is the same thing that they do in the street when they ask for a supervisor. This fool now wants to speak to the chief judge. Same tactic. It's just now he's applying it a little differently in the courtroom. And sir, the chief judge is not going to see things your way. Point blank period. So do not waste your city's resources by trying this foolishness.
okay. I don't know if they'll be able to help you. I really wish you would let us assign some counsel to you. They may be able to talk to you and help you understand a little bit better.
I tried, but he not listening, so I was just taking them on hands.
All right. Sometimes you have to be willing to understand that they're going to give you the law, not necessarily what you're following, but the law that we practice in the state of Michigan.
I have no contract. If I have no contract with the Secretary of State, then like, why am I being took through this? I'm going through the proper procedure to have my rights protected under the Constitution and Supreme Court. So,
Of Michigan?
of Michigan, what?
No, I'm saying the Supreme Court of what jurisdiction? Michigan or the United States of America?
United States of America.
All right, they wouldn't have jurisdiction over local matters though, and that's gonna be the problem. You're gonna run into every time, Mr. Williams, that local matters are held. The Constitution extends the right for us to locally handle certain matters. such as ordinance violations, misdemeanors, driving offenses.
Right, and so if I'm not a US citizen, I'm a US national, what jurisdiction does that fall under? I'm not a resident or a US citizen.
Oh, you don't live in the United States of America?
I live in the United States of America, but not under the
Oh,
jurisdiction.
so that's your resident. Are you born, like, do you have you said you have a passport, is the United States of America passport?
United States of America, but not the United States, the federal territory.
Oh, you didn't get so you don't have like a federal passport given to you. It's not a passport issued by the United States of America.
Your Honor, his passport is issued by the United States of America. He just doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. This man is clearly a citizen. He was born here in the United States of America. He had to prove citizenship to get his passport. He just doesn't know what the hell he is talking about because he suffers from the sovereign citizen delusions.
It is. Now my status is corrected under.
You are a citizen, Mr. Williams. You are a citizen of the United States of America. It sounds like you're a citizen based on your address of the city of Detroit, and that's where you reside, travel, move along, drive. All those things are all the same. Travel, move, drive, be a part of it. Now, I can give you a pretrial so you can wait to hear back from those people and those folks so that they can say whatever. I don't know what letter they'll provide you with. But Mr. Williams, at some point in time, I'll say this to you. You have come on today, so I know that you want to be compliant in some way, or else you would have just ignored me like everybody else kind of ignores me and lets it just fall into nothingness. So I know that you're responsible enough that you want to handle these matters and get them out the way. I want you to resolve them, and I want to help you resolve them as best as possible. And I'm giving you some options. I'll give you a pretrial today so that you can think about it. But I think that we could be able to come to some type of resolve and resolution and resolve this, and so that you don't have to be bothered with me. But it's gonna have to be one of those options, just so you know, okay? Yes, no?
What was the question?
No, I just said yes, no. I'm willing to give you a pretrial today, but at some point in time, your being here lets me know that you want to try and resolve these. So at some point, we need to look forward to resolving it in some type of way, okay? Like whether we need to get the officers here for a bench trial so that you can talk to them or see if they even come. Sometimes they don't, sometimes they do. So we just need to figure out how to resolve it at some point in time.
I hope they do, because they don't even have the correct complaint. Like, what is the complaint for? There's no crime being committed. Like, what am I here for?
So do you want to just set it for a bench trial instead then and see what officers come that day?
If I'm set for a trial, I would like a jury trial, but for now, I'll be pre-trial.
Okay, we'll do a pretrial for right now, okay, Mr. Williams? The officers won't be here for a pretrial, though. I'm letting you know that. So you still want the pretrial though to see what they respond back from you? Okay, all right, I can do that for you, okay? Mr. Williams, we're gonna work this out. Deep down inside, I know you want to resolve this and you're gonna be reasonable, okay? I just need you to think about it, right? Because I've been reasonable today, okay? And I want you to resolve this.
I'm trying to be reasonable.
You being reasonable, Mr. Williams, okay? You're at least having a conversation and you're not cutting me off and being rude. And I do appreciate that very much, okay?
Yeah.
And you've been extremely patient, so I appreciate you today, okay? All right, so we'll see you back October the 24th. Does that work? Does that give you enough time to hear back? When did you send off the information? Because I want to give you enough time to have responses too from them.
I also sent it off when I sent you a abatement, but I sent it off last week.
Okay, yeah, let's get, October 24th should be enough time because that gives us like 2 months, okay?
Perfect.
Okay, October 24th at 8:30 a.m. I'll set your bond $0. And then I'll move one of your tickets out of default. I'll place it into regular status so that we can handle that as well, okay? All right. If there's nothing further, I'll see you back on October 24th at 8:30 a.m., sir, okay? All right, have a good day.
This judge was very nice to this man, and whenever he comes back to court, however many times he comes back, eventually he is going to lose those tickets and be issued whatever type of fine that the court deems necessary. All of that sovereign citizen stuff he's trying to say is not going to work. It never works. Point blank, period.